I definitely would like to begin by thanking all of you for being here. I want to thank Jimmy's for hosting this. I know that was, we don't all know it, but it generated a few phone calls. But we're dealing with a courageous community citizen here. Thanks to Governor Kaine, Delegate Ken Plum, Senator Janet Howell, and to our hosting committee, Tom Greason, Susan Capitelli, Ed and Nancy Rice, Mark Orstrom, Bob and Marianne Hovis, Jay and Joanne Donahue, Bob Haley, and all my longtime friends in the Dulles area Democrats and my new friends in the Drainsville District Committee. Without every one of you, none of this would happen. None of what we're about to accomplish would even be within our reach. So thank you so much. And I also want to say thanks to my senior staff, Sean Daniels, Abby Strayer, Elise Richmond, and my regular staff members. None of this tonight would have happened, and this campaign is a lot of their work too. So let's give a hand to all of our supporters tonight too. And so tonight I want to say welcome to Jimmy's, and welcome to the next step in the process of change in Virginia. And we started this race some months ago, and my wife Liz and I looked at the issues confronting our area, and we saw that the barriers to progress here at home were being maintained by a party that had control of our House of Delegates and essentially turned it into a petrified forest. That's why even when you have a terrific leader, a great governor like Tim Kaine, not everything that's good for Virginia, not everything we should be able to have accomplished has been within our reach, because the majority in the House has stopped him. So we saw, as you have, that this region's economic strength and its ability to provide support to the welfare of our entire Commonwealth was in danger. And we saw that the part of the problem was due to the person who's supposed to represent us. For 8 cycles now, Tom Rust and our taxes have gone to Richmond. For 8 cycles now, only Tom Rust has ever come back. He and his party have lost touch with our area. So Liz and I decided to see if we could help make the change that will lead to a new majority in Richmond, put our region and our state back on track. From the first things that offered us promise. Our starting poll back in June said before we even began any outreach or messaging, we were tied 40 to 40, and that leaves a lot of undecided voters. And it's a sign the incumbent has lost any chance of an easy re-election. We've been working every day since then to get our message out, to spread the word that a better choice is possible, to help those undecided voters, particularly those who helped elect Senator Mark Warner and President Barack Obama, make up their mind that Democrats were the right choice last year and they're the right choice again now. And we haven't had to sling any mud, and we're not going to. We got the facts on our side. My record as a supervisor makes that clear. In the middle of the worst recession in decades, I voted to lower taxes for the people I represent, as well as the businesses that serve them. I voted not to build a new government center that would have added millions of dollars to taxpayer debt. I held the line on the county budget without losing a single teacher or a single program from our schools. I wish we could have given teachers a raise this year, but the taxpayers needed a break, and the teachers understood. They told me that. To show them and all our public employees my support, I took a voluntary pay cut myself, lowering my supervisor's salary by 10%. And I'd like to say, on these points in particular, the emails we've seen, the blog posts, they've all just, even those noisy people across the street, they've all got it wrong. And I'm just getting kind of tired of it. I know how to manage money, to save it for the people, to keep our taxes down. Don't let anybody fool you to the contrary. Now, while I was here in Northern Virginia saving people money, Tom Rust was in Richmond voting for money to renovate the Capitol, cost taxpayers millions. He voted to do away with voter control over restaurant taxes. He voted not to accept federal stimulus money that would have helped people laid off from part-time jobs. And let's not ever forget his abusive driver fees idea. We can't let him have the chance to do that to us again. Now, people in our region have been telling me the problems. They're worried about our transportation system, our schools, the job security. We tried telling Tom too, and they become frustrated by his lack of leadership. At a meeting near here, not long ago, he flatly said he didn't think we'd ever be able to pay for solutions to our area's transportation needs. In the plainest possible language, he just gave up. Meanwhile, even though I'm just a county supervisor, I'm working with the local government and VDOT to widen a stretch of Route 50 and to reinvest developer dollars into more transit improvements. I'm working with local leaders to fund the plan to turn Route 50, Route 606, and Route 28 into a free-flowing, high-speed avenue around Dulles Airport. I'm not giving up. Those are the facts. But there's something else. In that same poll from June, we asked the region how it felt about my views on social issues. It turns out my neighbors and we agree on matters like a woman's right to choose, on the importance of the environment, on equality and workers' rights. Tom Rust wants us all to think he's a moderate, but the facts again are on our side. Tom Rust voted to allow healthcare professionals to refuse to dispense emergency contraception. He's opposed embryonic stem cell research. He voted in favor of strict structural requirements for abortion clinics that would severely limit women's access to health services. Tom Rust supported legislation to restrict gay and straight alliances in high schools. He opposed an amendment from Governor Warner expressing support for Roe v. Wade. He voted to cut millions from the Famous Moms program, which provides medical coverage to low-income women expecting children. And he even flip-flopped on his own bill that would have granted health care coverage to autistic kids. Tom Rust is no moderate. But we have to face all the facts. When the poll came back and said we'd scored well with the voters on choice, the environment, and the other basic issues, our advisors also said that the voters just don't see those questions as the most important at this moment. With the Republican train wreck that's our economy, they're understandably focused on schools, jobs, basic